Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you all types of aesthetics in Roblox. So basically I've been looking at a ton of different aesthetics on a wiki page and I tried my best to stay as close as possible to their definitions and stuff, but of course I'm going to have to change them into Roblox players. Which means I had to think of outfits, mood boards, games they like to play, how they act, etc. I didn't get around to doing all the aesthetics that I wrote down, so if you want me to do a part 2, let me know in the comments. And you can also add any aesthetics that you'd like me to do in your comment. I know I did a very similar video to this a few months back, but I felt like the editing wasn't as good, and this time instead of doing Roblox types of people, I'm doing aesthetics, what I think they'll be like in Roblox, if that makes any sense. Also, just a quick disclaimer, this is all stuff that I found online and I know it's only a style of clothing. I constantly change my style, so I don't really fit under one of these, like I'm sure most of you feel the same. Also, please note that one style doesn't define who they are or how they act, and I'm not trying to bash any of the styles in this video, they're all just to be entertaining. Anyways, make sure to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you would like to see more of these types of videos, and I hope you all enjoy. So the first one is Cottage Core, and it can be known under the name farm core or country core. This aesthetic is based on the ideas around harmony with nature and is actually quite similar to nature core and warm core. The main colours for Cottage Core are greens, browns, yellows, creams and off-whites. And the main way that I can tell if an item is Cottage Core is if it includes flowers, uses the given colours, or just gives me like a farmy feel. So here are the two outfits that I created just to give you guys a little bit of inspiration. Sadly, I don't have the links to any of the clothing or accessories used since I was in a little bit of a rush because of how long everything was taking. And I ended up sticking to the farm/garden look when finding cottagecore games for the mood boards, so here are the ones I like the most. So for cottagecore games, like themed games, these are the main ones I found. These two are actually super cute and would look really nice backgrounds for videos, so they're super aesthetic in my opinion. And then for general games, I see a lot of cottagecore people in Bloxburg and any showcase games like before. Here are the two cottagecore clothing groups, and most of the time cottagecore people are really sweet and try to make friends. They absolutely love nature and animals and are probably quite keen on the whole Save the Planet idea, which is great, and according to Sav, they don't have the best humour but are nice in general. The second aesthetic is grunge. Grunge is a darker, more edgy style which is depicted with glitches, neon lights, the colour black, which is actually surprising since black had nothing to do with the original grunge style. Black, brown, red, green, blue and grey are the key colours for the grunge aesthetic. For fashion, the main attire is flannel shirts, ripped jeans, chokers, fishnets, etc. And in Roblox, this aesthetic has actually become so much more popular these last few years. I couldn't really find any flannel tops, but I tried my best to create the grunge look. Feel free to correct me in the comments. And I definitely found it more difficult to find mood boards for this aesthetic since I've never really tried out this style, but here are the two that I thought went well the most. And then as for games, I ended up looking for horror games as grunge can be seen as quite grim. So here are the ones I chose. Breaking Point isn't a horror game, however the theme is a little bit dismal. And for general games, you'll probably see them in Arsenal, Club Iris or The Streets. These are the thing groups I found for the grunge/darker clothing. Grunge people tend to be quite quiet and not talk much. They also listen to rock music and can be really nice once you get to know them. Next is the indie style, which a few months ago was super popular because of TikTok and only recently has it died down in the Roblox community. Indie is a bright, colourful style usually involving oversized jeans, large hoodies and small shirts. If you're trying to pull off this aesthetic well, the main colours you should use are anything bright, especially pinks, yellows and greens. Crop tops or oversized t-shirts and baggy trousers/jeans are quite popular, especially with the top being quite bold and bright. In Roblox, one of the ways that you can tell if it's indie is from all the bright colours or cool patterns. With that in mind, here are the two outfits I created. There weren't that many indie mood boards, so I had to do some searching and these were the ones I could find. They probably also work for the kid core aesthetic too. For indie themed games, I just looked for something colourful to match the indie vibe. Colour Block and Terra Hell were the ones I chose, And for general games that you'll probably see indie style players in are types of lobbies or towers and hangouts. There are actually quite a few indie groups, but here are the two that I chose. You can always check their alliances for similar ones. Indie style players usually are really happy and fun to be around. They don't really care about what others think, but can sometimes seem quite hyper. So now we're moving on to dark academia. I absolutely love dark academia. It basically revolves around classic literature and the passion for knowledge and learning. I feel like this is pretty obvious, but the key colours are any earth tones, including black, brown and tan. As said before, they like wearing earth tones and minimal accessories. These are my two favourite looks so far, I think. I tried to look for anything including books or brown tones and ended up with these two for the mood boards. I don't really feel like there are any knowledge-based games, I may be wrong, but anyways, I just chose Bloxburg. I kind of struggled with finding groups specifically for dark academia, so I kind of mixed it with vintage as well, but here they are. People with a dark academia look tend to keep to themselves. They're quite intellectual and love books. They don't really join many Roblox groups either and have a minimal look on their profile. And finally, we have the softie look. This is probably the most popular aesthetic on Roblox, and you can find a softie in pretty much every Roblox game. This aesthetic is based on being deliberately cute, and they love pastel colours, floral patterns, and heavy blush makeup. To master the soft look, pastel pink, white, and pastel cyan are the main colours you should use. The soft look is very popular, so it wasn't too hard to find the outfits. Hopefully these two give you all a little bit of inspiration if you're looking to do this aesthetic. And again, a lot of mood boards do use the soft theme already, so it shouldn't be too hard for any of you guys to find some. Here are the ones that I chose. As for games, you can find a lot of soft players in Adopt Me, Bloxburg, Royal High, and of course Obbies. Here are the two groups that I picked out. Soft players try to be super happy and kind. They're usually very chill and like making friends. They also love role-playing, and you might even find them saying ABC for a mum. Okay, so those were all the aesthetics I was able to do. This video has literally taken me 3 days, and I don't even know why, because the editing isn't that advanced, but I really hope you enjoyed. Please don't take any of the comments to heart. After all, it's just a style of clothing and nothing more. My next few videos might be a little bit shorter since online school has started again for me, and I'm also working on my bigger video behind the scenes, so I want to put a lot of effort into that. I really have no clue when it'll be done just because there's so much to do still. Also, I'd like to give a big shout out to 𝐚𝐜𝐞𝐪𝐿, sorry if I butchered your name, for boosting the server twice on Discord, which was extremely kind of them. Links to all their social media will be linked in the description, so please subscribe to them or give them a follow. I'd really appreciate it, and I'm sure they would too. And of course, if you liked this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below, and I see you all in my next video. Bye guys!